Alright, I'm going to show you a very quick and easy way to do a layer mask. The first thing you do is once you've opened your file is you go down to the layers palette and right click. That then comes up with this window that you look at and you click on duplicate layer. It's now just simply prompting you to name that file, but you don't need to at this stage. So all you need to do is just click OK. Now what we want to do is we want to add a filter to that second layer. So all we need to do is to go up to the top bar and go Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. So depending on what your box is preset at, it'll come up and it'll make that second layer blurry. You can toggle between those two slides, and that'll be showing you in the next couple of slides how to toggle between that just to select how much blurring you want on your image. Once you've had a play around, I've selected mine on about 40. You can choose whatever one and then you just press OK. So now we're going to add a layer mask. Layer masks are fantastic. It's stopping or protecting your original image from from you overriding it, and you can always delete it later as well. So it's a really good tool. All you need to do is to go down to your layers palette and click on your layer mask icon. So now you can see how we've got another window on that second layer. You make sure you click into that second window so you're working on the mask, not on the original window. So when you're in the world of layer masks, it's really important that your colours on your palette are set to white and black. It only works with white and black. Black adding, white taking away. Make sure that your colour palette is on that. If not, double click onto your colour palette and select it. Now I'm going to apply some layer masking to that layer. You can do that several ways. I'm just going to do that as initially by going up to my gradient tool and using that and having a play around. If you can't find your gradient tool, it's because it's underneath the fill tool. So you need to go to that small arrow on the side to select that. Make sure that that's in black and white, and you can see how this is going to work after that. So here I am just sort of showing you how you can use your gradient tool. Basically you you left click and you hold and you drag down or up onto that layer mask, and you can see in that layer mask window how the gradient filter is coming across. So have a look down there and see, and you can always do it again and again and again until you get it right. So once you've got a small gradient happening and it's sort of showing a little bit of a blur through, you can then add to it and enhance your image by going to your brush. Now you can use your brush at any time using a layer mask as long as you're using black and white. So it depends on what colour you're on. At the moment you can see I'm on white because you can see that down the bottom right hand corner. The white square is on top of the black square, and that will be then covering up the layer mask, and you can see how it works based on looking at that layer mask window there. So I'm just going to show you how to play around with that a little bit. Alright, so you can toggle between the white and the black, so you can just click those arrows back and forward where you can see where I'm selecting there, and that'll toggle between white and black. So in one aspect you can apply it, the other part you can take it away. So you can't make a mistake. If you just do something you don't like, you come back with the opposite colour and it fixes it up. It's awesome. Right, so I've neatly pushed my brush around and got the background nice and blurry, adding and taking away a little bit until I'm happy with it. And then when you're happy with it, one thing you can do is you can go back and click on the duplicate layer, not on the layer mask window, but on the other thing, and you can go apply mask. That then applies everything that you've done. I don't need to do that step because I'm just simply going to flatten the image as I'll show you. So what I want to do now is to flatten my image. What flattening the image does is that it makes all of the layers that you've done, we've only done 2 in this instant, back down to 1. That then applies everything that you've done and also reduces your file size afterwards, and that's really important. So all you need to do is you need to go right up to your layers bar and go up the bar at the top and go layer, and right down the bottom you find flatten layer, and then you press that, and there you have it. You have an image which now has a shallow depth of field. It was taking controlling apertures, but then we've manipulated it more in Photoshop. So you can easily see that once you get familiar with layer masks, it's a great thing and a really easy way to apply to any image. I hope you enjoyed that.